Okay, so here we have the two soaps that I made yesterday. So we're just going to unmold them and see how that goes. So we'll start with this one. So these are just test batches, that's why they're not very deep, but hopefully I can get it out without breaking it. So far so good. Oh. Oh wow, looks like cake. Oh my god, smells like cake. This isn't good. I'm just going to want to eat it. So I'm going to cut it now and see. So we've got some swirls going on, which is quite pretty. So because it's not very deep, I'm going to cut it into, I don't know, bars about that deep, I think. And we'll see what we get. Looks like shortbread. Like chocolate shortbread. But oh man, it smells really good. So this was to test how the cocoa goes. I think it turns out alright really. Tried to put a little line of white in, but I don't think you can really see that. Just going to give this a wipe because it's spreading some white through the soap, which I don't want. So these bars will now have to cure, so they can't be used as soap for 4 weeks. They will have to sit in my cupboard and I will have to try and resist eating them for 4 weeks. So they've cut quite nice. So I'm quite pleased with how they look. They do look a bit like cake. Yeah, they're quite nice. I quite like the shimmery top. I don't know if you can see, but like a little shine on the top with some mica powder. So these have got olive oil and castor oil and coconut oil in the soap. So they're really quite nice, and avocado oil as well in there, so should be quite nourishing, I think. So let's have a look at this one. Oh, it came out the mould quite easy, it's quite good. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't the best mould, it was just a cardboard box that I lined with some paper, so I might have to do some cutting and trimming there just to get the edges of the paper out, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so this one's a bit fatter, so we might get some nice sort of patterns in this one. Let's have a look. So I'm going to cut this down the middle. Make it into squares, I think. Maybe cut it into 4 bars. Let's see how that goes. Oh, so that's quite nice. Again, like shortbread. But it smells delicious. Yeah, it's quite nice, that. So I'm going to show you now how I tidy these edges up, because obviously they, you know, they don't look the best. So we want them to look pretty. So I'm just going to get my little specialist tool for doing that, and I'll get that and show you. So just bear with me a second. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to tidy these edges up. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So we need it's a real special tool that you buy, especially for soap making. It's quite expensive, and they are very specialist, and you shouldn't really use one unless you're trained. So So yeah, so what we do is we get the special tool that you need, which obviously, you know, you need to be an expert to use it. Goes without saying, but yeah, so we just go over the edge with our very special tool, and it bevels the edges and it makes the soap look really pretty. So you just take off all the corners. And it's good to do this now, because after it's set for 4 weeks, it'll be a lot harder, because the soap obviously carries on curing during that time, and it just gets really hard and it's a bit more difficult to do. So there you go, you see, so you can see it looks a lot prettier than it did before. And this will be set aside until it's ready to be sold as soap. And these bits don't go to waste. So all these little curly bits that you see that we're cutting off, you can use those in other soaps. So you can embed them in the soap and make patterns with them and use them as sort of a confetti that's buried inside the other soap. So nothing goes to waste, which is quite good. You can even put it on top of soaps, you know, like a sort of like a decoration, if you like. So there we go, looking a lot better. So let's just tidy up one of these. And these are my favourite, I think. I think I like the top on these. I think if I do this soap as part of the range, I think I'll definitely do the sparkly top, because I like that a lot better. I think it just adds that little extra something to the whole bar. But I'm really excited to use these. I hate that I have to wait 4 weeks. I'm not the most patient person, so that bit's going to kill me, I think. A bit about soap making drives me nuts, having to wait to see whether or not the soap is as amazing as it feels, or as I think it will be. But we will see. So in 4 weeks, when this is cured, I will do another little video showing you how the soap looks, how it lathers, how it feels on the skin, you know, all that kind of thing. And just hope that I don't eat it and poison myself in the meantime, because it looks delicious. Okay, so thank you for watching my video, and I will be back in 4 weeks and give you a trial of this soap and let you know how it performs. And also the olive oil soap that we made yesterday is still curing, setting really rather than curing. It's just about not liquid, if that makes sense. It's still very runny this morning, but it has started to set a little bit, but that could take a good week or more to actually set properly to a point where we can take it out the mould. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing how that comes out and see whether or not I did manage to create any of the green swirls that I was hoping to get. So yeah, I'll do an update on that when it's set enough for me to get it out the mould. Thank you very much. And there we go. There we have our cocoa vanilla soup.